Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the rest of the month. We're going to do it. We'll go all the way. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And, we're not going to jump right in. We're going to casually walk right in because I'd like to officially welcome you to the new era, okay? Help yourself. There's cake. There's mozzarella sticks. Whatever you want. You're here. Take a look around, get comfortable, get to know the exits. You're not going to need them, okay? You made it. We're here. You made it through what I've been calling the Y2K of the 21st century, but unlike Y2K, which was a little underwhelming, anticlimactic, this is the real deal, the Great Reset. And you're probably already adjusting to the old world crumbling right before your eyes as you enter the new world for the collective, okay? And yes, you're still riding the wave of last week's solar eclipse, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction on the world axis. So what does that mean? Well, if you saw last week's reading, this week could feel very like everything everywhere all at once. What's real, what's not real. But that's par of course, okay? For the great shift, we're here. 3D to 4D. Yeah, everything that every great Dolores Cannon, Edgar Cayce, everyone, they have talked about this moment, okay? This moment in time. This is it. We're here, okay? And it's just the beginning. Remember, it's a process, all right? So if you have noticed that time is speeding up, then you are right where you need to be. And I talk about a lot more about that in my last live stream, okay? Which I'll leave at the end of this video. But everyone is waking up, and you know that. Hence the Great Awakening. We're here. As you leave your old structures, your old ways of thinking, all behind. Remember, you can't bring everything. You're leaving a lot behind. All right? And the great thing is you get to choose your new timeline now. This clean slate in this new era, there's no veil here. You're going to start seeing that. All right? And this is a week of karma, change, miracles, a lot of activity with, career for you too. But and if not career, fame in general, your public, reputation, a lot of spiritual activity. We're going to talk about that. But as I explained, there is going to be a little bit of turbulence. So remember, wax on, wax off, practice patience. You create your reality, as in life is what you make it. Okay? As long as you commit to the future you, all right? The best version of yourself on your path to enlightenment in your new world. And the good news is that almost every day this week, you get a nice little gift bag, nice little karmic reward. Okay. And now I dropped these forecasts a few days before the actual week began. So you actually, if you're watching this early, you might be approaching Sunday. Yeah. February 22nd with Venus in Pisces, trine Jupiter in Cancer, 15 degrees. All right. So, and yeah, I didn't include it last week because there was just so many big things happening last week. All right. So this is Sunday. You're definitely going to feel it Monday too. This is just the peak. This is the luckiest day of the month. One of the best of the year. Top 10. All right. You have the two benefic planets exalted. And I have some surprising news for you, Taurus, too. You and only you. But the two benefic planets are exalted. Jupiter, who actually rules Pisces in his degree of exaltation. I explained that last week. And trines bring this harmonious flow. They are the nature of Jupiter. This is excellent. This is you don't get this often, okay? So what's going to happen? You're going to feel the surge of optimism, okay? This alignment is so auspicious and nirvanic. It's very, very spiritual. And what's happening for you is just bonkers. I'm very excited for you. This also, remember Jupiter being retrograde, it really does foster this emotional growth, this spiritual growth. But in general, this is an aspect that, Jupiter expands. Venus is money. Venus is your ruler. So it can increase your finances. It can bring good news, especially because Jupiter in Cancer exalted is in your third house of news, of information, of messages, right? So, wow, there may be something here. It brings luck, diplomacy, just abundance, especially in relationships and money and creative projects and business. There's something here with friendships for you. All right. It's home and family. Oh, talk about expansion. There may be, some dialogue. There may be some conversations about expanding the home and family space, or there's something here for you, as well as, again, and even real estate, but friendships, groups. You may start a new group. This hits your like social media houses. There may be something here that just, hey, do a post. Do a post. It might go viral this day. Remember, Jupiter expands. Jupiter's luck. But on just elementary level, this is so spiritual. All right. It's like you're at one with everything. Okay. You're Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds right. But that's the vibe for this. It's just so big hearted. You might pay it forward. This is a really great day to treat yourself too. All right. Spa day. I mean, Venus is spa, beauty, luxury, right? Get a bob, right? Venus, just treat yourself. Have, one extra M&M, whatever it is. This is enormously special. It's in Pisces and Cancer, 2 water signs. So literally take a bubble bath, get in a jacuzzi, things like that, right? Water heals, right? Now, we don't get this again until next year. So please take advantage of it. What makes this really special is, we'll have the aspect again, but Jupiter has not been in Cancer for 12 years. That's how rare this is. Since 2014. Yeah. So please take advantage of this day, especially you, Taurus, because the moon is going to be in your sign this day. And if you don't know, the moon happens to be exalted in your sign. We have a triple exaltation, a mini grand trine. And yes, they're all connecting. So that makes it even more transcendent. We'll talk about in the second spread, where we talk about the lunations, asteroids, planetoids. Anyway, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you watched for, your rising sign, or for your moon sign, or for your partner, or for your, business partner, or for your, daughter, Samantha, that there's activity there. And if you know your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have any planets 13 to 17 degrees in any of those signs, oh yeah, you are going to feel it the most, because those planets will be aspected. Now, you see Mars is going to sextile Chiron in Aries. Mars is still in Aquarius. Yep, 24 degrees. So this is the last of the sextiles. Remember, there are 4. All right. And these are great. These are amazing. They help you heal. And I want you to, think about that time your mom, I don't know, you told her that there were monsters in your closet, and so she locked you in there for 3 days. Remember that time? Yeah. You haven't been inside a closet since. Well, this is the day. You not only go into a closet, you go in there and you do the Bart dance. That's what this is, okay? This is no pain, no gain. This is you. It's Mars. Mars is giving you the courage to transform any old wounds, any past wounds into power, all right? Finding strength and self-healing. This is ripping off the Band-Aid. This is a lot that has to do with career. Remember, Mars in Aquarius in your 10th. So there's something here where you are just feeling just empowered. And this is also standing up for yourself, standing up for others, guiding, helping others. Aquarius being humanity, the humanitarian, but also freedom. You're freeing yourself. So you are going to feel this, okay? Now, Tuesday, February 24th. We'll talk about the second spread. We have a first quarter moon in Gemini. You're gonna make some decisions around this time, possibly around money, but we'll talk about it in the second spread. But Thursday is a big day. February 26th, Mercury going retrograde, 22 degrees, pretty much all of March. Yeah. Okay. All the retrogrades this year, by the way, they're going to be in water signs. Emotional. Anyway, We know that Mercury, detriment, okay, and Pisces doesn't do well here. Mercury, the planet of communication, logic, thinking, clarity. So all of that, it's got to be a little bit foggy, a little bit confusing, okay? Kind of like the, very first episode of Game of Thrones. And so Mercury retrograde with a stellium in Pisces that includes your ruler Venus, okay? Pisces being very spiritual and, the subconscious, while Saturn is still conjunct Neptune. What's real? What's fantasy? There's a very little is going to make sense, all right? Through March. It's a long retrograde. It's a long retrograde. A lot of this is going to have to do with your future, okay? Your future dreams, your aspirations, your long-term goals. There may be some fuzz, as well as your friendships and groups you belong to, organizations, your support system, your Facebook group, things like that, your pickleball team, dart throwing club, whatever it is. There just may be some confusion, okay? You might question reality a bit and your faith and self-belief. But therein lies the benefit, because this would be the best time to delve into your subconscious, to do some, meditation, time out. It's, pay attention to your dreams. Pisces rules dreams, right? You're going to be getting messages. It's Mercury, okay? And so this is all to know thyself, right? Because your intuition is just going to be off the charts, okay? If it's going to be mighty. And this is when you proactively seek the meaningful. All right. This will get you through all the typical retrograde delays and tech disruptions and miscommunication. So, yes, your emotions may be a little bit heightened. Don't go flipping over the fruit table. You're meant to re-examine, review, revise everything with friendships and groups and your future goals and long-term, dreams, all of that. So, because here's the thing, even though Saturn and Neptune moved into Aries, they left Pisces. Yeah, they're gone. We talked about this. This retrograde is a blessing in disguise, because you get to wrap up this chapter in your life sort of like a review. And that's what these retrogrades are for, okay? A review of the past 2 years of your life, to be honest. Yeah. And retrogrades do bring the past to you. Yeah. Remember the words like reunion, reminisce, rekindle. All right. So very likely former friends and groups and colleagues and bosses and even lovers, Venus again is in Pisces, and circumstances, they're coming. They're coming. You're going to, whether up here or in your physical world. And the reason why is to fix things, to patch things up, to, clear the air, to forgive and forget, to surrender, make peace with the past, okay? All these things that you do not want to bring in the new world. Now, mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces will feel it the most. If you have any combination of those 4 signs as part of your big 3, your sun, your moon, or your rising, you will feel it even more, okay? If you have any planets 19 to 25 degrees and any of those signs that I just mentioned, I wish you the best, all right? But you got this. Friday, February 27th, we've got the Sun conjunct the North Node in Pisces, 9 degrees. We also have Mars square Uranus, 27 degrees. Now, here's the thing. All of February, the North Node has been giving you signs. Yep. With all the conjunctions, the other planets, Mercury, Venus. Now it's the Sun, which is your life purpose, which is what the North Node is. So it is this miraculous alignment. And so you are definitely going to be getting downloads, and you may hear your calling. You may feel it deep in your soul. It's the Sun with a North Node merging their energies, right? And again, it's in your 11th house of your future, of what you want for your future. So this is really great. And with Mercury retrograde at the same time, yeah, you might be thinking of past events in your life. I would think about maybe something around March 17th, 2025, or you can go even further back to March 7th, 2007. All right. Remember the 19-year cycle here. Okay. Think about what happened for you when it came to friendships and groups and organizations. And again, what you wanted at that time for your future. Any breakthrough that you had as well, because back then in 2007, March 2007, we had a triple conjunction with the Sun, the North Node, and Uranus in Pisces. Okay. And you can see Uranus is in the mix on this day, and he is being a little bit naughty. And so is Mars, as he always is. Mars, the god warrior, in the sign of the future, but also the rebel. Who wants to West Side Story with Uranus, the agent of chaos, the great disruptor, and Aquarius's ruler? So you can have your fated breakthrough, your spiritual revolution, but diplomatically, all right? Because this has a little bit of a, aggressive side. It's a little, poking the bear. So stay frosty, be cool. You don't want to go down your fated path up to enlightenment wearing an ankle monitor, okay? Mars square Uranus is the most challenging aspect of the month, as I've said in, not only my last live stream, but in your February forecast. But what I didn't say, what I did say in my last live stream, back up your data, okay? An external hard drive, just why not? Why not? Okay? Why not? Aquarius, and Uranus rule technology, as is Mercury, the lower octave of Uranus. As we know, tech issues may happen, especially retrograde. There could be some glitches. Why not? All right? Just let you know. Back things up. And with you still acclimating with what's real, with Saturn conjunct Neptune in your new world. At this point, those two planets have already moved on to 1 degree. You're moving forward. And remember, they're in your 12th house. So a lot of this is going to be spiritual. A lot of this is going to be you just very, when we talk about life purpose, I mean, you are connecting with your soul here for 2.5 years. The 12th house is also healing. It's also a place of rest and retreat. It's also a place of hidden matters, a lot of secret things, right? So a lot of things will be coming to the surface, especially because the moon will be in Leo over the weekend. And in theory, that's fun. That's great. Exciting. That brings a lot of attention to romance and love and family and children for you. Okay? But the moon will be opposite Pluto in Aquarius. All right? So there's a lot happening with Uranus square. Basically, like both. We have a T-square. All right? We have a T-square mostly on Sunday. We'll talk about the second spread, but channel this energy constructively. Use this to surrender what no longer serves you well, because the South Node in Virgo will be activated. There's that karmic release. Big time, because 4 days from now, we will have the total lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 3rd. And that is really big, okay? So it will be the fixed signs, you, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, that will feel this the most, all right? If you have any planet 7 to 11 degrees in your chart, in any of the fixed signs, you're really going to feel it. There may be some, just some, get ready for change. Uranus is a planet of change. It will be the water signs that feel the sun conjunct the North Node too. And then Saturday, February 28th, Mercury conjunct Venus in Pisces. I love this. This is, at 22 degrees. This is more common. I mean, there are 2 inner planets, but it's still your ruler that's involved. So I really love it for you. There's something here where you're definitely likely going to have these really heartfelt conversations. Possibly about, past events, friends, people coming up from your past. It's very artsy. Mercury conjunct Venus in Pisces. Very poetic, very romantic. I mean, it's basically every storyline in Love. Actually, I don't know if you saw that movie, but it's a great day for vision boards. Okay. So let's get started. Let's see what is going on for you. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Let me, yeah. For the rest of February. The rest of February. Taurus, y'all crack me up. This is gonna be, it actually is, it's a really big week. It's adjusting to a lot of changes, but also you being the change, Taurus. And what is it? It's, yeah, you have exactly March, April, 25 days. Yep, 2 months. Oh my gosh. And also the biggest day would be Wednesday, February 25th. This season premiere, A Survivor 50. Who's watching that? Who do y'all? Rizzo, Charlie. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, listen, Taurus, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know we will. Secondly, you know I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Angelina, I love that. I'm so excited. You're not going to see me that night. It's a 3-hour premiere. Anyway, let's see. Oh, Taurus, there's a lot happening here. You got to let's talk. Okay, so we're letting some things go. There's something, you're charged up. But whoa. Remember, we're in a place of what's real, what's not real. What do I want? What do I not want? There's so many cycles converging, so many aspects, ingresses. This is it, right? And so remember, trust your intuition. That's all you got to do. You have to trust your intuition as you move forward. Now, you do have the Four of Cups. All right? It does look like you see you got the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups. And the Eight of Swords. Let's just do okay? It looks like there's something that you may have not received yet, okay? Keyword yet. It's just a weekly reading, right? There's also a good chance that you're still waiting for something. There's also a good chance you did get something and you're just like, eh. There's also a good chance that you might be, let's just say, not completely, you're not having fun with a situation or a circumstance. It's not bringing you joy. This is a card of, dissatisfaction and boredom and apathy. Okay, so I'm not saying it's you. I'm saying that's the card. And so when it shows up, it does look like there's something here where it's saying, let's raise our frequency. Okay, this is part of your new world. You want to come in with this high frequency, all this energy. Yeah, because the Four of Cups is very, look at him crossing off his heart, the Hand of Spirit, which only appears in the aces other than this card, right? Offering him a fourth cup, and he already has 3. And so it's raising your frequency. It's having that gratitude, knowing that, hey, you being grateful for the things that you do have. The fact that you have a roof over your head, the fact that, Netflix exists, okay? Survivor exists. Just raising that frequency, okay? To the point where you understand that there's people out there who have nothing, right? So it does look like there's something that is having this really big impact on you emotionally. It looks like a relationship. And again, friendships are a really strong theme for you and career as well. However, you do have that Five of Cups in the heart of your spread. And so remember, this is a very highly karmic week with the North Node activated, Saturn conjuncting Neptune, all of that. Saturn being karma. And then you have the Five of Cups in the heart of your spread. You see there's a little bit of we got to let go of the past. Yeah. There's a little bit of you unwilling to budge about something. And remember, the past is going to resurface. Okay. And it could be something that you did not want to see, a circumstance you did not want to, experience again, but you have to as part of the test, right? This is all about acknowledging that the cups are spilled. I've got to move forward. You see the 2 cups behind him. All right. Even referencing the Two of Cups. And that wouldn't be, I mean, that couldn't be any more like relevant here too, because the Five of Cups is attributed to, Mars and Scorpio. So it's a very strong card, but it's also, Scorpio, which is your opposite sign. So that would be, partnerships and relationships and lovers and, marriage and whatnot, relate, all here. Okay. But it's cups, it's emotions, it's feelings and relationships and, even intuition. So there is something that you're going to have to leave behind. Leave it back in the old world. All right. Pre February 20th, 2025, or no, 2026. All right. But you have to come to terms with this and you have to do that healing. And a lot of that 12th house energy, Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, that is your 12th house, is asking you to do that. Remember, Saturn natively rules your ninth. Again, that is self belief, right? That is spiritual. It's the way that you see things. It is very spiritual. Okay, it's all about inner wisdom. And so there is a sense of like this disconnecting with your intuition and a lot of emotions as you kick out the week. And like I said, it is going to be a very emotional week. But look, that bridge connects the past to the future. It's all about moving forward. You see water literally under the bridge. All right. So what did I say? Mercury retrogrades, especially in Pisces, so spiritual, all about forgiveness. All right. It's a good time now, and that could be forgiving yourself too, right? You have the High Priestess in your challenge area, so right here, it's all about connecting with your intuition. It's all about knowing that you've got all the answers inside you, and you got to go deep. That's 12th house energy. Here's the thing. The lower expressions of the 12th house would be where because you're still feeling Saturn conjunct Neptune, right? In Aries, that rules your 12th house. That would be self-sabotage. That would be isolation. That would be not facing your fears. That's or phobias as well. The 12th house is like hidden enemies. So there could be a lot that comes up. Remember, 12th house is the subconscious as well. Now you have the Page of Pentacles and you have the Emperor. Amazing. Great. Listen, it's inside you. All right? There's something inside you that is fierce. It's growing. And there's a part of you where it's just like my way or the highway. This empowerment that comes with the Emperor, who is Aries, by the way. And with all this Aries energy, remember Aries is the first, right? It's all about initiating. It's all about, having that pioneering spirit, that fresh young energy that you're feeling in your 12th house. And so the Page of Pentacles, yeah, there may be something here with money. Like I said, you got Venus and Pisces. Money, wealth, or just growing something new. You're compelled by something new, okay? And you know that you can do it. In fact, you could own it. Like, this is all you. But we've got to let go of the past, okay? There's something that you're making, likely, emotional decisions this week. Like I said, that's Mercury and Pisces. But you've got to bring some of that grounded energy, because you have the Eight of Swords in your future. So we call this a self-victim card, the Eight of Swords. And it is a little bit like, but she's not completely encircled by those swords, right? She can walk out anytime she wants. She thinks that she built this fortress, okay, to protect herself. Where the reality is, it's a prison, all right? It's swords, so prisoner of her thoughts. So there's something that you're not facing. Something here this week you're going to have to face. All right? And again, I told you this week is going to be a little bit fuzzy. It's going to be a little bit like what? But it's a lot of past coming to the surface. You can see clearly right here, or you revisiting something in the past. It feels like there's healing that you need to do, self-healing, but it's also, remember, part of your emotional growth and spiritual growth, as long as you're able to face your reality in this new world. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, no. Let's get to your stuff. I want to see. I'll clarify some of these. Taurus, this is going to be, it just feels like there, maybe some conversations you need to have. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, share. But tell me what's going on. Remember, even with a Uranus square, a lot of changes that you're feeling and adjusting to. Uranus being in your sign. Yeah. Okay. Mars squaring Uranus in your sign. So again, for a lot of you, it may be career or even like your reputation, how you want to be seen. Let's see. Yeah. I can't. Okay. You're really, really good. We gotta work on this, okay? So working with your emotions, doing that healing. That's gonna help you see what you have to see. All right. The Magician. I told you create your reality, right? This is you can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want, but you do have to believe in yourself. This is the Magician card one. This is your new journey. This is, the Fool's journey. You're just beginning. What did I say? This is the time. And it's a magician. Just the way you have to believe in magic, right? And alchemy and all of that. It's the reason why you believe in astrology, the reason why you believe in tarot. You have to have that belief in yourself as well, okay? Because you're going to see a lot of the unfamiliar continue to come. I mean, when I say this whole new world, right, and the old world collapsing, it can't survive on secrets. It can't survive on things that have been hidden. Like everything is going to be, you have to see what was wrong with it to build this new world of yours. Anyway, so you have to let some things go to build this new, and you have the power to do it. As above, so below. You have the power. It's all inside you, and you have the Ace of Cups and your external factors area. So look at what's waiting for you on the other side. And I feel like it's a process because you did. Look at your last week's. Oh my gosh. Look at your last week's reading. Yeah. So I feel like there's somewhat of a process here. I think that maybe having this impact on you. I think that sometimes like when you have these strong aspects, these never experienced and humankind aspects, that can bring on the new in a really big way. Yeah. And sometimes it's just like, okay, I don't know if I'm ready. There's a lot. So yeah, that could be happening as well. But at the same time, it does feel like there is something here. Again, all about your, the Ace of Cups is very, there's your emotional growth, right? But also aces offer a new opportunity, a new path, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. You're going to be fine. Okay. You're going to be fine. And for a lot of y'all, I think that you're seeking something here for that growth. Okay. So again, you have the power to do it. Believe in yourself. I feel like there is still something here where we've got to have some sort of resolution as well. I think that's going to clear the decks, like I said, when you trust your intuition. The other thing is, it does feel like when you have, so you have the Six of Wands. That's great. So this is indicating a lot of this is recognition, is work, is career, is, for a lot of y'all. But when I say recognition, the 10th house is so public facing. And it is kind of like, it's like why you're here. It's like your legacy and all of that as well. But maybe perhaps you just feel like that's not happening right now. Again, just wait till March. We start March with a total lunar eclipse. All right, that's in your 5th house, which is, again, just it's working on that perfectionist energy. It's eliminating anything where you are being self-critical, hard on yourself, but it is your fifth house as well. Joy and pleasure. There's something ending there for something new. Yeah? Or you transforming in some way. And then you have the moon and your final outcome. And the moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces. You have so much. I mean, you have the stellium in Pisces. You have Mercury retrograde in Pisces. You have all these aspects in Pisces in your 11th house of your future. Hopes and dreams and goals. And friendships and groups and organizations. So there may be something here you want to really think about and not be afraid to move toward. Yeah? Do not be afraid to move toward it, because your 12th house is so activated. And like I said, that is a subconscious Pisces energy, right? Pisces is a ruler of the 12th. It's his home. And so you have an overlap of this Piscean energy of not only the subconscious, but emotional healing, endings, yeah, and spirituality. And so another thing is that it feels like you may have, there also may be someone that it's not like, it's like they're not the best person to give you advice or to impart wisdom, or there could be something that just feels like someone could be like guarded to. Someone could be not giving back. So keep that in mind. But let's see. I'm gonna see this Five of Cups. Yeah. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. There's that isolation. There's that sense of, not connecting. Mars square Uranus in your sign, honestly, may be the big thing here. Mars is in Aquarius. Aquarius is known, yeah, sure, it is humanity and whatnot, but Aquarius is known as, very individual, okay? Known to keep people at arm's length, that kind of energy, and squaring Uranus in your sign. And so there may be, again, something here where it has to do with connecting with others. And it does feel like there's something that may have such an impact. It may feel like you may feel lonely, alone, something's holding you back, or you may feel like you're holding someone back, whatever it is. And there may be some like guilt. It may be rooted in your subconscious. Money, finances. There could be, the end of something here that doesn't go the way that you thought it would. But remember, they are outside a church. They have, it's full of hope and optimism. That's where everybody is. That's where the party is. You got to go connect, right? And so this being your card, right, the Five of Pentacles, it is just saying there's something here that you have to change, okay? This, again, is up to you too. And then the Three of Swords, okay. There's something here that, Taurus, I think that you got this last time too. Yeah. This is saying you haven't healed yet. So you got to let all of this go. You have to have resolution. And use Mars sextile Chiron. I think that's going to help. Actually, let me see. That Eight of Swords. Clarify that. There you go. There's your power. Like, use Mars sextile Chiron. Okay? Mars in Aquarius, sextile Chiron in Aries. That's so independent. That's doing your own thing. That's the King of Swords, who is Aquarius. Remember, Mars is in Aquarius. You break out of that. You walk out of that. Oh, look at that. This is someone who has a lot of power. He's a leader. This is someone who is very intelligent, very strategic, forward thinking, very innovative, makes the right decisions. And so you could even, his sword is tilted. He's ready to strike. He's ready to sign that contract. He's ready to make that decision, call the shot. He is ready to make executive decisions here, put things in motion. Okay. He does have a vision. And it seems like once you get here, you're going to be fine when you get the King of Swords paired up with that Ace of Cups. Yeah. There, again, everything is on the other side of this. So you got to see it as like, the past and the future. You're right here, but you're moving this way. Yeah? You gotta go that way. There's stuff here. Remember, old world is collapsing. You don't want to collapse with the old world. And so you're going to be fine as long as you recognize that you just have to move forward. And my computer shut off because Mercury's in shadow. And I am like, okay, anyway. Yeah, but it might take, you need to like go deep. You need to go deep. And a lot of it is actually like just restoring this confidence. There's all these layers over this confidence, this power, inner wisdom. Yeah. You're right. Like, you're gonna get things. You're gonna get things. You're gonna get things that you want. But it may be a lot of like, let's go deep. Let's go deep. Don't be afraid to go deep. All right. And like I said, this week is just like blurry, confusing. But here's your prizes. You got your prizes. All right. Taurus. Next week we do March. There's so much happening. All right. Mars actually moves into Pisces. That's like fuel for your future hopes and aspirations and dreams. And there's going to be some stuff with friendships and groups. Yeah. Anyway. And the bonus spread. Yeah. We'll go through the lunations. The moon is going to be in your sign. And so, you feel that. Obviously. And it is kind of like, there is something that I'm calling like the black mirror void that's happening this week. Anyway, we will talk about tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. You know where to find the link for the bonus spread, the second spread. Anyone's welcome to join. If you like this reading, it'd be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments. Taurus, tell me what is going on. What is going on? Yeah. There's just a lot of like, you just can't bring the past with you. Okay. And let's clear the mind. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.